your child is probably left unattended. If that child is seen doing anything wrong, is it okay, or will it be okay with you if a neighbor disciplines your child on your behalf? Would you be okay with it? But before we dive straight into that part of the conversation, let's quickly try to define what a community is. And let's see if it tallies with, what we're talking about today on the program. Well, a definition says community is a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. Another one says a group of people living together and practicing common ownership. Another one, a particular area or place considered together with its inhabitants, or a body of nations or states unified by common interests. So with all of these definitions, are we actually living communally now? Unlike before, some years ago, when if you do anything wrong or you go somewhere and a neighbor sees you wearing something that you shouldn't be wearing, especially if they know the kind of parents you have, and they decide to say, why would you go out that, dressed like that? Do you think that can still happen? We have some young people in the house. We'll be talking to them later, but we wanted to let us know what is your neighborhood like? What was community life for you? Probably like 20 years ago, growing up. What was it like? Was it communal? Were you free to do whatever you wanted to do? I mean, damning every consequence and saying that, look, nobody can tell you what to do or how to live, and nobody will tell your parents. I remember, growing up, I had a neighbor I considered him nosy. As a teenager, yes. Taiwo, don't worry, you talk about this. I considered him nosy because at every point in time, he would pick on my sisters and come home to tell my dad, hey, I saw your daughter, she was talking to so-and-so person and all of that. And my father would get angry. But I wasn't comfortable with that because I felt, look, if you saw my sister or any of my sibling in a situation you didn't like, you could have could have disciplined that person there to say, okay, look, this is not right. Go home. You shouldn't be talking to so-and-so person on the side of the road. Go home instead. If the person wants to speak to you, the person should come to your house when your father is at home. I would have been comfortable with that, but he didn't do that. He was always coming to report, and that just left a bad sour taste in my mouth. But for those of you who probably you are older generation, like in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, and you're out there, you have an experience to share, please share with us. We want to hear from you. Do you believe in community? Do you still believe in communities? We have issues with fences, gates, security posts also. Is that encouraging communal living? Consider that as well. Is that encouraging communal living? Are we still able to interact with our neighbors the way we used to when we didn't have fences, we didn't have gates, we didn't have security men and security posts, and you could just walk into a neighbor's house to ask for salt or to ask for Maggi or to ask for water, or to ask for help with your child? Can we still do that now? Do we still have the time to check on our neighbors? Every once in a while when you don't see your neighbor, probably after a week or 2 weeks, do you still have the time? Do you still find it comfortable to walk to the person's house to check on that neighbor to say, I haven't seen you in a while. I just thought I should check on you to see how you're doing. Do we still do that? Is there still room for that? So you can put your calls through, or you can send us a message. We would want to hear from you. What has been your experience when it comes to communal living, when it comes to believing in the community? You as a person, as an individual, do you still believe in your community? Let's do your immediate community now, maybe your neighborhood. Can you allow your neighbor to discipline your child? Do you believe that much in the community to know that, okay, my neighbor can actually look after my child for me, or my neighbor can discipline my child for me, and it won't be a case of no more me or didn't know. For the non-Yoruba, it means that discipline my child for me, it's not something that sits well with the person that is saying it. So let us know what you have to say. Also, we want to talk about our digital presence and connection, a lot of times we are either facing our phones, our laptops, television, cable TV, and we don't interact much with our neighbors or our immediate community. How has that affected you also? We're talking about your digital footprint now and the fact that we're everywhere. We have, we're involved in one activity or the other online, but we don't have that communal activity bringing us together. So there's a lot to talk about.
Hello.
There's a lot to chew. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Sadiq Yusuf reporting live from Tedola Jubilee Estate in West Virginia, where we have an accident between two vehicles. One of the vehicles actually fell on the main carriageway due to the accident, while the other vehicle ran across the median. But I can assure you that right now the transloading has begun on the truck that ran across the median, while the one that fell on the main carriageway is still lying flat and is occupying about 50% of the road together with its content. And this is the reason for the busy movement on this right now. But as I speak, the backlog has spread beyond Secretariat as I speak. But all hands are on deck. Traffic managers are doing the needful, and they were all scattered around every choke point just to ensure that motorists have a seamless movement on this axis. So, in collaboration with the Nigerian Police Force and the personnel of Federal Road Safety, they are also here doing the needful as well, just to ensure that motorists are having it easier to navigate through this thing. So that is the update for now. But those that are coming from Beja is very much in a better condition.
Okay.
So that is the update now.
All right. Thank you so much, Sadiq, for the information. All right, so that was Sadiq Yusuf, one of our motorbike live reporters at the scene of that incident where we had two trucks that had an accident earlier in the morning. It says transloading is taking place right now. One fell on its side and spilled its content on the road. Both of them are inward Berger, and the other one, was off the road, taking up about 50% of the road right now. And the backlog is already at Secretariat. And we have men of the police. We have also FRSC officials at the scene. But we just want to crave your indulgence to please be patient. We know the backlog has extended beyond Secretariat, but please, we're craving an indulgence to please be patient while they conclude transloading and have those trucks moved off the road. 08099120777. You can put a call through, or you can just send us a message to our WhatsApp line. Quickly, let's take one or two updates as we chew on what we're talking about, while we take one or two updates. This one from Ejibo. Sections of the road at Okeafa inward Jakonde Gate by Randok filling station is muddy right now, making it unmotorable. Traffic has now been diverted through the exit of the filling station. Motorists are using contraflow to return to their normal lane at Randok turning. Traffic managers are also on ground managing the traffic. We'll have a slow movement from Tipa Garage to Jakonde, and also a slow one from Salem to Ikate by Kushenla Junction as a result of high influx due to peak period rush and alternation delay. Officers are also on ground doing the needful. So, all right, so we'll be expecting your contribution while Taiwo, let's talk. We'll bring in our interns also in a bit. So let's talk about old neighborhoods, closeness. I grew up in a neighborhood where, yes, we're a bit initially weren't sheltered in the sense that it was an open they used to call it one name then, compound, yes. You have the houses around, and then you have like an open.
The English word is compound. In the West we call it
agbole. Yes. So you find out that in the evening, the children would come out with their parents seated, and watching them play.
Absolutely.
So if any child is picking on the other, you'd find that the children say, you understand?
Yeah.
So whether you're from the same parents or not, that person is either your aburo or the
as a matter, it was so bad that despite the fact that you guys are not even related by blood, you will find it hard to even have an affair.
Exactly. Because you understand? And even when you find that even when your parents encourage that.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
My name is Ola.
Good morning, Ola. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from my gig at the moment.
All right.
Okay, so if it's a place at the place of love, somebody is correcting your child, and like you just said that no mommy contain a lot more.
Yes.
If somebody beats your child and there's no mark, like the reason why most parents are angry is when you beat somebody and the person is you're seeing a mark because of the beating. So there are some children, see, while growing up, I don't like beating. You see, the one that pains most is when they teach you and they tell you a story of your life. You will share tears more than beating. I don't know if you have experienced that.
Yes, I have.
That one is even more painful than them flogging. Because if they flog you in an hour, you'll be over.
Mm-hmm.
But you see that talking, oh God have mercy. You will hear the story of your life, that you will share the tears that will pass that beating. So once it's the place of love, that somebody is correcting you,
yes,
from the neighbors, your aunties, your glad to do or something.
Yes.
It's nice. You see those ones. But you see when it's a place of anger, that somebody is beating you just because of anger.
So you know the kind of beating. You know the kind of beating where they are beating you, and they're also telling you the story of your life.
The child in a place of love. Yes, it's acceptable. Yes, we still have some of those community like that. But you see all those gated community is mind your business.
Okay. Now, I wanted Ola to speak to, that kind of beating where your mom or your dad is beating you.
Yeah. And
they're still that's as they're beating you, they're telling you the story of your life.
True.
They're also telling you why they're beating you. But it's just, that kind of beating also. Now, for that, you find, that used to happen a lot. I don't know if it still happens.
I mean,
that used to happen while we were growing up. Yes.
When they celebrate Mother's Day at school, at my children's school, they'd be like, "Mimic your mothers," and then my children went, "Obalue, and then somebody said, "Who is the mother of this child?" Me. With my full chest, I'm the mother. It's I don't beat my children that bad, but you see, I instill that discipline in them so much that I make them take responsibility.
And that is the best thing.
The younger sister, Shemino's younger sister, actually, a bottle got missing, and then the other brother was practically crying in school, telling the younger sister's teacher, "Please call my mom. She's going to hold me accountable for this loss."
Okay.
When the teacher called me, I was just smiling over the phone. "Don't worry, it's fine. I won't beat him." So that is the way I raise my children. You have to be responsible for your younger sister. You have to be able to look out for your younger sister. In this world right now, you find out that siblings are even living in their own separate worlds. In the house, they are on devices. They don't care about what happens to their sibling, let alone what is happening to somebody else's child in the neighborhood. Like you said, the gated neighborhood, how has it even helped us? I mean, somebody is shouting in your neighborhood, the next house, your house, thief, 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 ole, 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 and everyone is just acting like it's none of my business. That actually happened where I lived, to be honest with you. Yes. And then I'm wondering, what kind of society are we living in now?
So it means that the communal living is not exactly working for us.
It's not working for us anymore.
Okay.
It's not existing and it's not working for us.
All right, we're still expecting your call, your contribution, 0809-912-0777. We want to find out from you, do you still believe in the community? Has the presence of fences, of gates, of security men, security posts in our neighborhood, have they actually helped in any way, or have they contributed positively? Or if you have other views, if they have contributed negatively to the communal living where you are, in your neighborhood, your community. Want to find out from you if this is actually, if we're growing if we were growing at all with the fact that we believe in, or we still do not believe in communal living, is it growing? Is it helping us? Is it helping our children? Is it helping the future generation we are raising right now? Which is another matter. Also, our digital connection. We talked about it just now, that we're constantly on our phones, on our tabs, television, digital TV. We're just there in that space. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty of interacting with our neighbors, that isn't there anymore. 08099120777. You can put your calls through, and when people talk about just mind your business, my business is my business, your business is your business, don't poke nose.
We probably need to have a security expert speak to this, so we can have a better understanding from the security operatives perspective why some of these things are not being considered anymore. Because to be honest with you, even as parents, we don't interact anymore. How much more the children? I'm telling you, go to neighborhoods now, parents don't even interact. They don't talk to one another. How much more the children? They don't care about each other anymore. And these are the reasons why you find people, once a child steps out of a house, they just do as they like. Nobody's going to correct them. Growing up, before you move, in fact, 3-4 towns away from my father's house, they would tell you, there was a day myself and my twin sister went out. It was something that happened at home. Daddy asked us to get something. This was around 7 p.m. And then I heard someone whispered, that's how much they know that my father would not allow his children to be outside by that time of the night. There was a day we were going out, and then they were like, 2 of you, where are you guys going to? In this neighborhood? Oh, you're looking for your grandma's house. That's your grandma's house over there. Because they know that they will never find us loitering. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please?
Yeah, my name is Oladimeji. I'm calling from Kentucky at the moment.
Okay.
I just want to contribute to the discussion this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, it is frightening the way we live with ourselves, these days, and it is just because we are always trying to borrow from the culture which is not ours. Even in the school right now, you want to stop, teachers from disciplining the students, the kids. During our time, it's called being disciplined. Now you're calling it child abuse. Even around us, I grew up in a community whereby, we have a lot of people, coming together. I grew up in First Stack. I know how how the setting is over there. So I was trained by almost all the people in the community,
the neighbors.
Because once you do something wrong, I remember when I was growing up, I was 9 years old, and I slapped a female friend. I slapped a female friend, and I was beaten, by elderly people
for raising your hand on a woman.
And even after I've been disciplined, when my dad came back from work at night, they still, they came as a group. They came as a group to come and report me to my dad.
Wow.
To say, you must take care of this boy. He wants to be a woman beater. And I can assure you, it helps me. I've never raised my finger on my wife to date. And my marriage is almost 20 years.
No matter the provocation.
You can imagine. And for me, I still do that because we later came to Agege, where all my family members lived, where they built their house. Almost all my family members, my father's and siblings and all that, they built at Agege because we have our grandparents that live there, because they were all born and trained in Agege as well. So, their parents have encouraged them to buy properties at Agege and all that. So we now came back to Agege. We now came to live, in Agege. We relocated to Agege, where almost, all my family members. And the same thing continues. If I did anything wrong, your family will hear. And the same thing it's applicable to all my cousins and every one of them.
Okay.
So for me, I talk close though. Some of my friends will tell me, Ola, what is your own problem? I said, if you see any immorality in the same act, I talk close. I even tell, if you don't greet me when I'm passing, if I get a place and I say it's young kid that did not greet me, I will give you a knock on your head. Is that how you're being trained? I'm telling you. So I don't know why we are, behaving this way now. I'm still a young man. I'm very close to my 50s, and this is where I'm being brought up, and I don't like seeing people behave like that.
Yeah,
I'll be sincere with you. It's very, very wrong. Thank you very much. That is my contribution.
Thank you so much, Ola. I like the fact that he said, what happened, that when he raised his hand against a woman, a friend, and then he was beaten. And they came as a group.
And still reported him.
They came as a group to report him to his father, and he got another round of beating. And that has helped shape his way of thinking, orientation, his level of responsibility, and also helped him in marriage, in life generally. And so he's also, I like that fact. And this also speaks to what we talked about before, that when people in your neighborhood, your community, when they discipline your child or try to correct your child. They also said that teachers, probably teachers discipline children, maybe they go overboard with it. We've seen cases where teachers will beat children and leave marks, leave bruises on them, visible bruises,
yes.
the way their parents would not beat them or discipline them. And so definitely any parent would not be happy with that. If you discipline the child and the child knows why and takes that correction without leaving a scar, it's not bad.
I probably would say that some parents would not like it. Not all parents.
To leave a scar.
Dele, not all parents. My father, right, would ask you, what did you do? An accounting teacher once beat me, flogged me on my score. I had a scar on my score. I didn't go home to report because
why not?
Who do you want to report to? That's the fact. Who do you want to report? Because when my father beats you, you will see this. This car will be there for life.
Your father will know that, yes, he did that. Yeah?
Let's take this call, Dele. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, presenters. My name is Dele.
All right, Dele, how you doing? Have you?
Yeah, my contribution is very simple to this discussion this morning. I grew up in a business, and I've always had this concept of Demo in your loan tour. I want to believe you understand that.
Yeah, sure.
That is, only one person agrees that for a child, but
20 people will raise the child.
200 will free
200,
that same child. Now, this idea of fencing ourselves, I'm not against security in any way.
Okay.
However, certain things, just like the last speaker said, certain things is eroding our life. Even the faith I belong to, the Bible says, train up a child in the way he or she will go. But when he goes, he will not depart from it.
Yes.
He also went further to say that the heart of a child has so much. Only Cain of correction will do the needful. However, if we are practicing, I'm on my own, you're on your own, she's on her own, and everybody is playing on your own. No man in life is an island. There are certain things I don't know that I needed to share with others. This also is applicable to the training of our children.
Okay.
But by the time we come to get ourselves, we sense ourselves, even when there are emergencies, like somebody mentioned, there was fire outbreak. Somebody, like I think one of you mentioned, somebody saying,
yes.
And everybody is minding their own business. After all, I'm not concerned. We should also learn to be a brother's keeper.
Just my little contribution. Have a nice day, girls.
Thank you so much,
Tojide.
All right, we have a contribution here from Oluwaluko, and it says, "Good morning, Dele and Taiwo. Talking community this morning is interesting. I still believe in community and will forever believe. Truth be told, we missed it as a nation because we abandoned communal living. This sad thing eventually translates to the many challenges we now face as a people. We aren't in love, no trust. We're living lonely lives even when we stay in the midst of people. People are now more concerned about what to gain and not how to serve." And he's given an example. His last child, born in 1918 or in 1989, grew up in a face me, I slap you house in the midst of other tribes. He would eat and sleep with the Hausas and Igbos and crawl back home safe and sound. He's alive and doing well today. Loss of concern for each other made our politicians become blind to our pains due to the absence of communal commitment to serving the people. Thank you very much, Olu.
We have another call coming in. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Andrew.
Good morning,
Andrew.
Where I met this discussion was beating the child, leaving his car. It's about how to take care of the child.
Okay.
Isn't it?
We're actually asking if you believe in community. If you still believe in community.
How do what?
If you still believe in community or communal living, beating the child is just a part of it. Or when a teacher beats a child in school and leaves a scar, the same way, the way that the parents will not beat that child.
Yes. You see, a child is born by a parent.
Yes.
But everybody nurtures that child.
Yes.
Underline that word nurture, because the child will go to school.
True.
That's why I said nurture. When you go to work, the wife goes for her own work or business. The child will come back, we stay with people, even if the child is at home.
Okay.
Let's forget about that. That's a proverb. But let's look at the word of God. He who the father loves, he chastises. Now let's look at the meaning of the word chastise. It is discipline, it is reproof, it is correction, it is rebuke. Too, as the word of God said. Because the word of God is for reproof, for rebuke, for correction. And now when we look at the meaning of the word reproof, I'm not here to lecture. Reproof means correction. To correct in a gentle way, but strict. In a gentle way, but strict. Being principled. Train up a child in the way it should go, in the community. You don't segregate that child, oh, don't go and play with these people, don't go and play with these people. It does not happen. I'm a witness of two people, one from the east and one from the southwest here. They got married in Germany. And their parents were quarreling. They didn't know each other well. The parents were quarreling in AJCT. That teaches me a lesson that nobody knows tomorrow. Tomorrow is in God's hand. Now, steer the road and spoil the child. Yes, the government said don't train children. There are ways to discipline children.
Yes.
When we were in school then, both primary and secondary should go and cut the grasses. Now that they don't have people they pay to go and cut the grasses. When your hand is swollen, you now know that you are not supposed to do that thing. That is discipline, it's not correction. And it's not punishment. Now, for example, when a downfall driver takes one way where it's not supposed to take one way, wickedness and, let me use that word, wickedness and punishment is enter the gutter. When somebody comes, we know the people that say, enter inside the gutter, swim inside the gutter. No, I don't take it like that. The way I think the person should be disciplined is delay that person for almost 3, 4, 5 hours. The person will now know the essence of patience. That's part of community living.
Yes.
Because one of these actresses did something during COVID period. It was discipline they gave to her for people to know that this thing is not supposed to be done. I close my case. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Andrew. All right, it's still your side mirror on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. As I said earlier, we have some interns in the studio, so let's ask some of them if they believe in, or if they even. We've been talking about communities, so let's find out if they know from there. Yeah, let's hear from you. What's your name? Tell us. Do you believe in community?
Yes, ma'am. I do believe.
What's your name? Tell us.
Delight.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in community.
You do. So, your neighborhood, for instance, do you still have people who correct you if you do anything wrong?
No, actually, because everybody stays on their own.
They're minding their own business.
Yes, and even if someone comes out and have these type of issues, they won't interfere.
Okay. So you sort your issue by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll have the other male intern. What's your name?
My name is Testimony Koba.
Move close to the mic, Jare.
Testimony Koba.
Okay. So, do you believe in community? Does it exist where you live in your neighborhood?
No,
it doesn't. So, if you're doing anything wrong now, there's nobody to correct you or to caution you.
To correct me. Everybody just do the way they like, mind their business.
Wow.
And to me, I feel like.
Is his mic on? I can't hear.
Yes, it is.
To me, I feel like in our community today, people don't even care about the culture anymore because, for instance, in where I come from Delta, and if you want to greet your mom, you want to greet your dad, in my own word, we say mingo, and if you want to do it, you have to kneel.
Yes.
But, and as a Yoruba guy or Yoruba girl, if you want to greet, you prostrate or you kneel. But in our community today, you just greet
no respect.
You just stand.
You just stand. Good morning, good morning. To me, I feel there's not really any improvement.
Okay.
And I wish if as a community we can work on that, it will really be better for this country.
Okay. Okay, we have. Let's
take this call before we continue.
Hello. Good morning.
Interns.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Dami. Calling from Ogba.
All right, Dami. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Okay, so I've heard what everybody has said. So from your question, you asked if we still believe in community.
Yes.
For me, it's a yes, I do.
Okay.
But I just want to give an advice to our young people out there.
All right.
Because not all problems can be solved. Do you get?
Yes.
Not all problems. We have to be honest with ourselves. Not all problems can be solved.
Okay.
There are parents that do not even have manners. And they are bringing up. No, that's the truth. That's the truth. And they are bringing up children who also not have manners. So I just advise the youth straight now. I have a son and I have a daughter. This is what I tell them. Once you know that you feel you were taught yourself with any person, please just move away. Don't even waste your time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Any youth that is living now already, because I started taking for marriage, and we are with a matter of fail. I tell you the truth, it's a lot of help. And it's not the guy's fault, but the other person trained well. Before I got a job, I just tell something very short. Before I got a job, I left school and I was doing cab. So I one woman, not cab. No, so one woman just came in that go in front, and I'm very old. I was sitting beside the lady in front. It was two, and the man was shift, and the lady said, "Why would you sleep? Did you pay?" I'm like, I don't understand. Look, can you see that?
Yeah.
So how do you expect someone who has trained his own son well to marry such? He will disrupt the life of the boy. So in conclusion, I will just advise any youth. Once you do not see a manner, there's no manner in the lady or it could be anybody. Do you get? Please just move away. But now we start doing that. All those of mannered children will remain in their father's house. It won't take time before people will start to understand. That's my conclusion. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dami. Okay, so two things. Just when he was talking,
the street of internet will say, "Bola to justify." You know, but we, in all of the things that he said, there's some things my dad used to say. He said, "Anywhere you go, more money to share." You understand? Because wherever you go, you are a representative.
you're a reflection of where you're coming from, your family, and so you must do everything within your power to make sure that whatever you do does not cast a bad reflection on your family.
That actually reminds me of one particular statement I usually make at home. When things erupt at home, I'll be like, you see, I will not do anything that will bring my parent to say Ishuni. That would make my parents apologize. In fact, my parents would not even come to school with you. I remember anytime we were going to school back then, my stepmom would say, she would say in Ijebu, come for jolly. That is, if you're being apprehended for stealing, don't come home. I am not a mother to a thief. Don't even try it. So when you go to school, and she will tell you, do not swap your uniform with anyone. Do not give your stuff to anyone, because if the person is being caught for an offense and they say that it was your uniform that was on the person, don't even dare come to this house.
All right, we have to begin to round off. We'll just take one more intern, if no calls. Let's take, what's your name? Come to the mic. Come to the mic. Hurry up, sharp, papa. What's your name? Oyinkosola. So tell us, do you believe in communal living?
Yes, I still believe in.
You do?
Yes.
Where do you live?
I live at Itire.
So do you, your neighbors, do you know who they are?
Yes, ma'am.
Most of them. Yes, and your parents know them.
Yes,
you have friends there.
Yes,
so they can correct you anytime you do anything wrong.
They still to correct me.
Do they report it to your parents?
No.
They don't.
In front of my mommy, they will say it.
Oh, okay. So they do face-to-face reportage.
It's really good. I know that settlement.
Yes. Okay. You're one of the lucky few.
Yes, it's right.
Yeah, she's one of the lucky few.
I actually had my early days at Taguda, so I understand that setting.
She's one of the lucky few, because you find a lot of those who are living in highbrow areas don't have that, unless you have a community where you have a common park or playground, or you have a community clubhouse where they can come to swim, to play games, then they can all interact. Aside that, is mind your own business. MYOB. Well, we have to go. Thank you very much to those who called. Oluwaluko, thank you. Also, Tojide, Andrew, Oladimeji, and Dami. Thank you very much to all of you. And Taiwo has produced and co-presented. Thank you very much also, Taiwo. Big thanks also goes to Victor Terry, to Tayo Akonle, our executive producer. Well, we've talked about, we've asked you questions today, if you believe in the community. We've also been trying to find out what you would do if you find a child of your neighbor or someone who lives in your neighborhood doing wrong. Would you discipline that child and also report to the parents? We've taken a look also at the teachers in school, their role in disciplining a child when the child goes wrong or does anything wrong. We've taken a look also slightly the presence of gates, of fences, or security posts, of security men within the neighborhood. Are these in any way promoting communal living? Well, this conversation continues online. Big thanks goes to all of you. My name is Dele Agadumo. Your Side Mirror continues tomorrow.
From point to point on the road, real